2 tonight. As I said, just a sample of some of the great programming here on public television. When you become a member, you have the satisfaction of knowing that you are keeping those kinds of programs on the air and making sure that they will continue on the air. We would like to present more of this kind of programming for you, and we can purchase these kinds of programs from program syndicators if you become members, and we have the kind of money in the budget, the programming budget, to make that possible. So please call now, 621-2808, and I'm going to mention the pledge levels right now. If you didn't hear me before, how you can pledge and what you can pledge. Certainly you can pledge anything you would like to become a member, a supporter of public television, but you have to pledge a minimum of $25 to become a full-fledged member and to get our Options Program magazine. Now, this is our monthly magazine that we've just expanded as of July 1980, and those of you who are members and happen to be watching, or you're thinking about renewing your membership, please do consider what a great thing this is to have. This will show you your options for viewing on any given night here in Cincinnati, what you can watch on public television. It says August, and this shows you what is on. Tonight we know we have some great programs on. Tomorrow night, some equally good programs. The rest of the week, a great lineup here on Channel 48. If you had the options, if you were a member, you'd be able to tell what was on, what was coming up, and to plan your evening's viewing around Channel 48. I think we're getting hold it up that way. We're getting a little flare there. But the options is a very valuable guide to have for television viewing. This gives you in-depth information, what is on Channel 48. You can get this when you become a member at the $25 level or up. And or up means $40 or $60 or $120 or $180, $250. Those are our pledge levels. Now, rather than just running by those, I want to explain. The $60 level and the $120 level, the $180 level, those are totals, but those don't have to be paid in lump sums. If you would like to become a member of Channel 48 and say, I can't afford $60 right now or $120, but you would like to support quality non-commercial programming, how about on the installment plan? I think this is a great way to pledge. It's easier on the pocketbook, and you have the satisfaction, once again, of knowing you're supporting public TV. $5 a month on the installment plan works out to $60 a year, but it's a very easy way to pledge your support. $10 a month, if you can afford that much. When you've got the checkbook out, you're writing out the bills. What's another $10 a month to support quality public television programming? Your kids may watch Sesame Street or Mr. Rogers. You may like Dick Cavett or National Geographic or Nova or any of the other great programs. How about Wall Street Week, Washington Week, All Creatures Great and Small? The lineup is just great here on public television, and you can help keep it going and keep it strong with your membership dollars, and we appreciate it. If you have already called, thank you very much. We owe a great deal of gratitude to. But if you haven't, if you're thinking about it, please go to the phone now, 621-2808. You've got plenty of time now before we go to the Cousteau Odyssey, and we're going to show you, if you call, what you can get as a gift. We will give you a little token of our appreciation if you pledge $40 or more. We have the premium levels, the gifts, we call them. For the $40 pledge, we have the Free to Choose book with Milton Friedman. That was a great series, you know. You may not agree with Milton's economics, but you have to admit it's thought-provoking, it's intelligent, it's mind-boggling, mind-provoking, whatever you want to call it. A very good program here on public television. You can have that book for your pledge of $40 or more. Or, you see right there, the snack sets. And we mean sets. You will get 2 of the snack sets that Gene is picking up and showing you there. The plate and the mug come together, and you will get 2 of those, as you see there, for your pledge of $40 or more. These are great for the summer, for picnics, at home, for the kids. You just throw them in the dishwasher. They are dishwasher safe, and it's a great way to benefit from your public television gift with a gift from us. That's the $40 level or more. And we'll just show you the $60 level here before we start going into something else. We have the backpack, the WCET Backer. Backer, that's a cute little saying there. It's got the little pocket there. You can put items in, and then the big pocket you open up with the double zipper that you can put the books in, and you can, if padded straps, put over your shoulders. If you're hiking, backpacking, or bike pack, if you're going to do some bike riding, you want to carry some things around, it's a great idea. It's waterproof, it's vinyl. We think it's a very attractive bike pack or backpack, and that can be yours for your pledge of $40 or more. Also, for the $40 pledge, The Magnificent Continent, which is a fascinating book from the Rand people. You know, those are the people who make the globes and the great books, and that shows you the North American continent, and just fascinating pictures and information about the world around us. Carlsbad Caverns, the Rainbow Bridge, just a lot of great information and pictures in there. And if you have a family, if you've got kids, they'd love to look through that book and get some knowledge from public television. And you know that your $40 and your $60 are working well to support programming, and you've got a little gift from us. So please, call now. Support public television with that tax-deductible, remember, gift. You can charge it to MasterCharge or your Visa card. And don't forget that it is tax-deductible, as I said, 621-2808. We're going to go to the Cousteau Odyssey now. You've got time. Go ahead and call. Be a supporter. Pledge now. Thank you very much.
You get a lot of information and entertainment on TV 48. This is WCET Channel 48, Cincinnati, Ohio.
We're back in the studio here at WCET. I'm Rande Stefanski of the development staff here at Channel 48, hoping you enjoyed part one of the Nile, the Cousteau Odyssey. We are going to go in just a few minutes to part two of that same program, The Search for the Nile, the Cousteau Odyssey. Please stay with us. I know you'll enjoy that. A fascinating program. Jacques Cousteau, of course, knows his business as no one else does, and can take us on journeys, places that we have never been before. And we at Public Television here at Channel 48 are proud to bring you this kind of quality, non-commercial public television programming. We're going to, in just a minute, go see a little clip from that second program, but I want to urge you to now, while we have a few minutes between the programs, to go to your phone, call our volunteers tonight who are from the Cincinnati Dietetic Association and Xi Beta Tau sorority, and of course we have Sharon Reedy from Olston Temporary Services. We thank her. We thank the folks from Wendy's and the Parkway Taxi, Yellow Cab, for providing the services, transportation services. But we want to thank you if you have pledged your support to Public Television now, and if you haven't, let's thank you in advance in anticipation of your call. How about that, for being ahead of the game? The phones are starting to ring. That is music to our ears, but only with a pledge of support. Certainly you can get on the phone and ring it and just think you're being cool or something, but if you've got a pledge to go along with that phone call, that is what's important. We had over $1,200 in that last break. 26 people called to tell us that they enjoyed the National Geographic special. We really appreciate it. To those of you who are still watching and who called in and made your pledge, thank you so very much. You are what makes public television go. The rest of you who are out there who are watching or thinking about supporting public TV, you're thinking about making that, let's say, $40 pledge or the $25 pledge, don't wait another minute. Do it now. You'll be glad you did, because you'll have the satisfaction of knowing that you're helping to support this kind of quality non-commercial programming here on WCET. And where else can you find across your dial this kind of programming? Only on public television. Now that the phones are ringing, you see the phone number, 621-2808. Call and make that tax-deductible pledge of $25 or $40. How about $5 a month? That's $60 total. You will get a gift from us, a premium. We'll get to that a little later. But we're going to go right now to a short little promo which will tell you what's coming up in the next Cousteau Odyssey. And you'll be able to see what we're going to deal with in part 2 of the Cousteau Odyssey on the Nile, and we'll be right back. So let's go to that now.
The Cousteau team discovers the present, no less than the past, still owes its existence to the river. To meet growing needs, men have built huge structures across the Nile, turned the river god into a servant. Sometimes technology itself creates new dangers.
The Cousteau Odyssey will be coming up in just a couple of minutes, so please stay with us now for the second part of the Nile. The phones are ringing. That is great. We're glad to hear it. But if you're thinking about it, please don't hesitate any longer. Go to the phone now, 621-2808, and make that tax-deductible pledge to public television. Don't forget, you can charge it to your MasterCard. I've been saying MasterCharge, but it is changing now to MasterCard, and to your Visa bank card. So that's a very easy way for you to pledge your support to Channel 48. Don't forget the installment plans. Certainly, it may make a little extra work for us to take care of the paperwork for 12 $5 a month payments, but we're willing to do it if you're willing to pledge your generous support to public television. It makes it easier for you. It's great for us because instead of maybe you pledging $20 or $25 or $40, you may decide to pledge $60 because it's easier on the pocketbook at $5 a month, and you're supporting us at a higher level. You get a chance to get a little gift from us in the premium levels, and we're happy to do that for you. So please do call and make that pledge now. While the phones are ringing and the operators are busy, I want to thank them again, let you know who these people are from the volunteer groups tonight. Again, I mentioned Sharon Reedy from Olston. We thank Olston Temporary Services for their long support of Channel 48 membership weeks. From the Cincinnati Dietetic Association, Mary Volmer and Marianne and Jerry Krismer. We thank them very much. Also from the Xi Beta Tau, Diane Cook, Judy Peterson, Nancy and Joyce Heinbuch, and Susan Craig. And I think Nancy and Joyce are probably related there. I'm just assuming that. But we thank all of them for their help and their support. And we're waiting to hear your support right now, 621-2808. You know, before we were talking about the pledge levels, and I want to get back to that because it's important that you realize at the levels at which you can pledge your support to public TV. $25 makes you, the minimum level, makes you a member, full-fledged member of Channel 48. And with your $25 pledge, you will receive our monthly options magazine. You see it right there. In the August issue, which is what I'm holding now, we had a cover story there on cable television about what it will mean for Cincinnati. And if you were getting this, and you did get this, if you're a member, you had a chance to read up on this fantastic new technology that's coming our way soon. Got to get some information on stories and highlights of what's coming up this month on public television. We're sure that you'll enjoy this. Anybody who pledges $25 or more will receive the monthly options, and this is 24 pages of very good, highly packed information for people who watch public television. So please, that in itself should be an incentive to pledge. But on top of that, if you pledge $40 or more, you will get a gift from us, a premium, a bonus item, whatever you want to call it, and we're going to show you those, show those to you. For $40, we will send you your choice of either the Milton Friedman book, Free to Choose, or the double snack set. That is, you get both those snack sets because what is one good, you know, what is one good for? If you need another one to match it, if you've got you or your spouse, or you've got 2 kids at least, or something like that, they are nice little mug and plate sets. You can pop them in the dishwasher, and that's for $40 or more. For the $60 level, you can receive your choice of either the very attractive blue backpack that we have just produced here. WCET, I'm a WCET TV 48 backer with very nice. You know, I said before that this backpack was vinyl. It's not vinyl, it's nylon. Who would want to wear a hot vinyl backpack on their back? Certainly not me. Vinyl is not what you want to tote around. That's nylon, and that's very cool. It's nice. It's very light, and you can tote it around with no problem. That can be yours for a $60 pledge, excuse me, or the Magnificent Continent right below it, which is a very attractive Rand McNally book. And if you're a nature lover or a science lover or like the thrill of discovery a la National Geographic or Cousteau Odyssey, as we're seeing tonight, you'll love the Magnificent Continent, and you can have that for your pledge of $60 or more. For a pledge of $120, we have a choice of the Rand McNally Globe or the Julia Child cookbook. And the Globe should be something that families ought to have around. Certainly, if you're watching the Cousteau Odyssey and the kids are probably in bed, but you would like to have something for them to discover the world and see what you're talking about and what the world around them is like, the Globe would be a great thing to get, and that you can have for the $120 pledge, which is only $10 a month on the installment plan. So please consider that. We think that's a good way for you to pledge your support. The phones are silent now. Maybe I'm talking too much, but certainly we would like to hear from you. It's not too late. You haven't gone to bed. You're waiting to see the second Cousteau Odyssey, and we're certainly going to bring that to you in just a couple of minutes. But please consider pledging your support at the $10 a month level. We think that is a good level. And if you are employed by some companies in the area, a number of local companies do match their employees' gifts to educational and cultural institutions, including public television. And of course, we are one of those that a number of companies have agreed to match their pledges. If you pledge, let's say, $25 or $50 or $40, $60, whatever, you send us, we have your name, you send your company your name, tell them you pledged, and they will match that. Some companies match 1 for 1, some 2 for 1, some only match 50%, but the important thing is to know is that the companies you see there on the screen, if you work for one of them, you know that your membership dollars are going to be doing double duty. There's Cons and Companies, Digital Equipment, Gulf and Western, Gulf Oil, Lever Brothers, McDonald's. There are so many companies that have felt it important to support public television, and we thank them for that. But your dollars are doing double duty because you may pledge $25, your company then may match it with another $25. We have just received $50, and that will mean more and better programming here on public television, and isn't that what it's all about? The common phrase today is the bottom line, and certainly the bottom line in public television is programming. So if you want to see more and better programming, please do your part. Call 621-2808, pledge your support now, and you'll have the satisfaction of knowing that you are making it possible. So we want to thank you if you've pledged. If you haven't, please go to the phone now. You still have about 30 seconds before we go into the Cousteau Odyssey, and we'd love to hear from you. As we said, over 25 people in the last break called and made a pledge. We hope there's been 25 or 26 more. You can be one of them. Call, make that pledge now, and support public TV. And let's go back now to the second part of the Nile, the Cousteau Odyssey.
You get a lot of information and entertainment on TV 48. This is WCET Channel 48, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Welcome back from the two-part episodes of the Cousteau Odyssey, The Search for the Nile. And if you were viewing those programs and watched both of them, we know you'll agree that this is what the kind of programming on public television, this is the kind of programming that you should see all year round, and we are in agreement. We would like to be able to present this kind of high-quality programming to you all year round, 365 days a year. And we can, with your help, with your support tonight, for public television when you call 621-2808 and make a tax-deductible pledge. We know it's a little late, but you still have time before you call it quits for the day, before you pack it in for bed. Why not go to the phone, make a pledge, and you'll have the satisfaction of knowing that you're supporting this kind of quality, non-commercial public television programming. I'm Rande Stefanski from the development staff here at WCET, and this is our annual membership week during August, when we try to bring you some excellent quality programming and hope that you will respond in kind by showing your support for this programming and for WCET. You know, television is an expensive business for us to be in. The camera that you are peering through, so to speak, to look at us now costs over $100,000. And it's like that all through the station. Videotape machines of $150,000. Programming cost us many hundreds of $1,000s every year. And it's not an inexpensive business to be in. It's not a cheap business. I mean, you just don't get pick up a small loan and start a business or something. This business of television has grown over the years, and in order for us to continue to bring you the kind of programming, the kind of quality, kind of level of production that you're used to, we have to be able to afford those kinds of things, and we can do that only with your help. So please, you see the goal this week, $35,000. That is not really too far out of reach for us, considering last year's goal was around $30,000 or $31,000, and we still need quite a few $1,000s more. We thank those of you who have called and made your pledges to WCET tonight. If you haven't, please consider doing so now before we wind up the evening. If you're waiting for the ABC Caption News, please hang in there. We will be there in just a few minutes. If you have someone else in your house who likes to watch this captioned version, who is hearing impaired, let them know. It'll be on shortly. And we will try to provide you with the ABC Caption News as soon as possible here. Captioning, that brings me to another point. This is a service of public television. Of course, our friends at ABC and NBC are also bringing you caption programming now. It can be seen via the closed caption decoder. You may notice that little TV set with the little hook on the bottom. That's the symbol for the captioning. But public television has traditionally brought more captioned programming to the people who are hearing impaired than anyone else. And we're proud of that record of service, and we want to continue that. These kinds of programming, this kind of programming, though, we know only that you want it if you let us know. If you, in this election year, I think it's appropriate, call us and make a vote for the kind of programming you would like to see here on WCET. 621-2808. Let me run down the membership levels before we go too much farther. $25 is the minimum pledge level that you can subscribe to and become a full-fledged member of WCET. Let me show you the magazine here. We've talked about it before. I'm very partial to this because I'm involved with this magazine, too. I think it's very good. I think if you're a regular WCET viewer and are not a member and don't get this magazine, you're missing out on something, because this is chock full of information, stories, highlights, photos, all kinds of material that if you are a regular WCET viewer, you would like to see. See there's a picture right over here of, whoops, there we are, over here of the Mills Brothers. They were on Evening at Pops last night. I'm totally confused. They were on Evening at Pops last night, and they just did a superb job. That is the kind of programming that you'll find here in public television, week in, week out, programs that you aren't afraid to sit down and watch, that you aren't afraid to let your kids sit down and watch. This is family programming, high-quality programming, wholesome programming. So please, go to the phone now, 621-2808, and make a pledge. You know, the phone can ring all night. It doesn't make any difference if there's not a pledge behind it. So if you're sincere about making that pledge of support to public TV, then call us and let us know. And $25, $40, $60, how about $5 a month? Very good starter pledge on the installment plan. Very affordable for those of you who don't feel you can pledge in one lump sum but would like to break it up by months on the installment plan. $5 a month, $10 a month. A very easy and convenient way for you to pledge. We thank you very much if you want to go that route. Don't forget the MasterCard and the Visa. We want to show you some names of some people who have pledged over the weekend, or at least yesterday and tonight. And we want to thank them, and we'll continue on here while we see the names, while you see them. If there's a friend of yours on there, call them and say thanks for supporting public television. Thanks for making this great programming possible. We thank them. If you are one of them out there, then we do extend our gratitude to you. Of course, as I was mentioning, the pledge levels are $25, $40, $60, which is the $5 per month installment plan, $120, the $10 a month installment plan. We have a $15 a month installment plan, which works out to be about $180, not about, exactly $180. And of course, our Directors Club, which is $250. That's for those of you who are dyed-in-the-wool fanatics of public television, and we're going to make you an official member of the WCET Directors Club. You see it right there. This is a very attractive brown canvas chair with beige lettering on it. It says WCET TV, Cincinnati, Ohio, with the logo. I think it's a telescope chair. If you know anything about the captain's chairs or deck chairs, telescope, one of the better names in those kinds of chairs. Very sturdy, very nice with the pine handles and the wood. It will be a nice addition to your house, to your patio, to your den, wherever you'd like to put it. The TV room, why not sit in the WCET TV Directors Club and direct somebody at your house to turn on Channel 48 for a very good evening of viewing every night. Here in Cincinnati, we're proud to be able to bring you these kinds of programming that you've seen tonight, the Cousteau Odyssey, the National Geographic Society special. We've got the caption news coming up. Don't forget the rest of this week. I want to tell you some of the good programs coming up this week. I'm certainly going to be here tomorrow night, not only because I'm going to be back on the air, but because I want to stay close to a television set and watch the excellent music programming tomorrow night. Jazz at the Maintenance Shop, and Newport Jazz at Saratoga, and don't forget Nova. If you are out there and we're watching the Cousteau Odyssey tonight, or the National Geographic Society special, then obviously you probably know about the Nova programs. If you don't, you certainly should. Tune them in. They are excellent programs on science and discovery and about the world around us. And while I'm talking about that, you want to mark down now somewhere, write it down somewhere, the word cosmos, C-O-S-M-O-S, or the word Sagan, S-A-G-A-N. Those two words will, I guarantee you, be household words come October 1980. Dr. Carl Sagan has a series that's going to premiere Sunday, September 28th on public television called The Cosmos. You won't want to miss this. I guarantee you this will be bigger than the Adams Chronicles, the Ascent of Man, the Age of Uncertainty, all those great programs put together. This is going to be a dynamic program on science, the universe, man's exploring the new frontiers and new horizons. And we hope you'll want to tune in and watch that. That is going to be very exciting. But in the meantime, you have plenty of time between now and September 28th to go to your phone and make a tax-deductible pledge to Channel 48, 621-2808. I think you can make it to your phone between now and September 28th. I hope so. And pick up the phone, call our volunteers, and let me thank our volunteers again. Make that tax-deductible pledge. $25 a month is not too much to ask. That's 7 cents a day. In fact, that's really inexpensive. So, I mean, you're really getting a bargain for 7 cents a day. $40 a year, that is the premium level. You will get some very nice premiums if you pledge at that level. Our snack set or the Milton Friedman Free to Choose for the $40 set, $40 level. The $60 level, it's getting late. The backpack or the Magnificent Continent, you see the premiums there, the Globe for the $180 level, $120 level. Right, okay. And the television book is for $180, the first 50 years. Very good book. Thanks to Sharon Reed from Olston Temporary Services. Thanks again to Wendy's, to Yellow Parkway Taxi and Yellow Cab and Parkway Taxi. Thanks to the people from Cincinnati Dietetic Association and from the Xi Beta Tau sorority. Thank you to everyone, to John and Lois and Glenn and Charmaine and Jean and everybody for doing a good job. Thank you. If you've pledged, if you haven't, please, you've got another minute. Go to the phone, make the pledge, 621-2808. I'm looking at the wrong camera, but you know where we are. Go to the phone, make the pledge, support public television. Thank you very much, and good night.
WCET TV 48, Cincinnati, Ohio.